beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. Stay blessed wherever you are. My name is Ashoo Modgil. And in this video, I'm going to talk about regulate your emotions. This is going to be part one of regulate your emotions. So if you would like to regulate your emotions, then stay tuned to my channel and hit the subscribe button and as well as the notification bell, because I'm going to make more series on this topic of regulate your emotions, since I'm on my Kundalini awakening and healing journey. So I'm very passionate about working on my vibrational frequencies and improving them. And as I do so, I'm inspired to share what I find beneficial and useful for me with you beautiful souls out there. So stay tuned till the end of this video if you would like to know how to regulate your emotions. So emotions are such an important part of our everyday lives, and I'm going to share with you some energetic aspects of regulating your emotions. And today we're going to talk about the first energetic or vibrational shift that you can start paying attention to if you really want to regulate your emotions. Because if you regulate your emotions, you regulate your nervous system. And when your nervous system is regulated, only then you can tap into your higher brain or into the functions of your higher intelligence and evolve or connect with your spirituality or the spiritual aspects of your being. Because what I realized is it is not possible to connect and integrate the spiritual aspects of your being unless we have learned to control the lower aspects or the lower vibrational frequencies, even at the level of our emotions from where we operate in our day-to-day lives. So today I'm going to touch base upon the first important point to regulate your emotion is to have an intention, because remember, our attention always travels where our intention is. So if you have an intention right now, I believe you have, that's why you're watching this video by under the law of attraction. So if you have an intention, then only you will start taking those micro steps that will bring you to regulate your emotions and expand your channels of energy so that you have more freedom and more space to include and fill your energetic system with more positive aspects of living your life. So if you want to regulate your emotions, I'm just going to talk about 5 basic emotions today. That is joy, sadness, despair, and fear. And which is another one. One is joy, sadness, fear, despair, and anger. So anger is, I think, very common. These all 5 emotions we commonly experience, but there are layers of many more emotions underneath these emotions, that lots of emotions that we do not have vocabulary to express ourselves in, because we didn't learn it as children. We were not like taught in that language in our early childhood, though there is a possibility that you're brought up in such a household where a lot of positive emotional language was used, and your day-to-day activities were processed through tapping into your emotions. But I don't see that happening often in our cultures and societies, where we give importance to evolving the way we communicate with each other and the way we express our emotions, or the way we tap or sense into our feelings and emotions. So the first step that we are going to touch today is to regulate your emotions. You really need to create an intention to expand your vocabulary, to expand your awareness around emotions that you experience moment by moment in your daily life. So it is about, you have to map your emotions, and then you have to start asking yourself, like, I'm feeling angry right now, but how do I express my anger? Because anger also has a layers, underneath, which I will be covering in other videos, that if you're feeling angry, then anger also has different type of textures and vocabulary. And a lot of times we also mistake our thoughts, our evaluative mind, our evaluations for the feelings. So a lot of times we don't know what we're feeling. So we confuse what we are thinking with what we are feeling. For example, when you find yourself saying that I am not good enough, like I'm not good enough is not a feeling you're feeling. It is somebody else's viewpoint that you have created as a belief pattern that I'm not good enough. So this is more of coming from your evaluative mind, not from the felt sensing. Because if you're saying that I'm not good enough, if you're saying, but how do you know you're not good enough? What are you feeling? What are you sensing in your body? Like, are you feeling sadness here in your chest? So, what are you feeling? So, a lot of times, like, we are not very sophisticated, I would say, in the way we talk to ourselves or we talk to others. And we do not have that enriching range of vocabulary to begin to tap into our own emotional sense of self, and how we show empathy to others will come later, only when we learn to love ourselves. So regulating your emotions is very much intertwined with your ability to love yourself, because when you start engaging in this process, you will figure out that there are so many parts and layers of our being that we are not in touch with, and we are operating, we are not meeting our potential to get in touch with our own sense of self. It is like shaking hand with your sense of self and saying, hello, how are you today? And I'm here to help you. So it is kind of being more compassionate and befriending your own sense of self, befriending your own emotions, and shaking hands with them and telling them, hey, I'm here to talk to you, talk to me, and tell me, what are you feeling today and how are you sensing today? And I'm here to help you with more words and choices that can help to enrich your experience of feeling yourself. So that is very important if you want to regulate your emotions, because if we do not know how, whether we are feeling or whether we are thinking, that distinction is important. So start checking with yourself that what you are doing, the mind chatter that is happening in your mind, is it coming from your mind chattering evaluations that you have picked up as children based upon the belief systems of other people, where you are finding yourself judging you, that self-critical part of you is judging you, you're not good enough, you didn't do well, you could have done better, which is not related to your real feelings as you sense them in your body. So that becomes very important, and I will be sharing with you the layers, like how different 5 basic emotions that we talked about today has layers and layers of different sub, I would say, sub types underneath them, that we must know in order to identify what we are truly feeling in each moment or in each experience. And I think that is a part of our evolution. And if you really want to heal, and you are on a healing journey or you are on a self-development journey, it becomes very important to come back home to yourself and start asking yourself, like, how are you doing today and what are you feeling today, and are you sensing the right way of experiencing yourself today? Like, are you getting really deeper in touch with yourself, or are you just going by habit and you're dismissing a lot of data, that is underneath, waiting to be shaken hands with? So regulation of emotion can only happen when we start stretching our vocabulary and emotions and feelings, and start applying them in our day-to-day life, in every experience we are experiencing on that particular day, or to say we're taking some pauses and start paying attention by taking micro pauses throughout the day, where we are mapping our own emotions and trying to touch upon, beneath this basic emotion, what is my sub type of anger, like If I'm feeling angry, then is it more of an irritation or is it a frustration? So there are a lot of things we will be covering in the upcoming videos. But today's one point that I want you to keep with yourself is to start creating an intention and expanding your vocabulary and awareness around 5 basic emotions that all human beings experience each day from time to time under different circumstances, and start taking pauses, mindful pauses, and start checking with yourself and start befriending with more compassion and nurturing and loving kindness your emotions, especially your anger, your sadness. All these require a lot of compassionate attention, tenderness, and loving touch. So I hope that I'm able to give you a little bit of information, because I want to go a little bit. That way you can remember, and build upon that. So lots of love and light to all of you. Keep shining your light. A lot of love, light, and laughter wherever you are. And give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Bye bye.